The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville basketball game night starts now.
Louisville basketball game night as we are live at Ballard High School as we get set for what should be a fun ball game here this evening. Justin Kalen alongside Paul Jackson. Paul, I want to be the first to welcome you to the Glycod team. Really excited to work alongside you here tonight as we get set for what should be a fun basketball game.
Oh, it should be an absolute shootout tonight. The Mustangs versus the Ballard Bruins. Thrilled to be here. Look forward to calling just a fantastic ball game tonight.
Yeah, Ballard 1-0 on the season. North Oldham 0-1 as they fell to Walton Verona earlier this week. So both of these teams have been a little battle tested coming into this one. Any expectations going into this one, Coach?
Yeah, you know, this is going to be a game where can the backcourt guard each other's backcourt. They are just fantastic, all capable three-point shooters on both sides of the ball. The X factor may be Blake Russell, the big man underneath for Ballard.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see how it all shakes out. As you can see, waiting for the JV game to wrap up, and we will go ahead and step aside for our first break here. We'll come back on the other side, and I got a chance to catch up with North Oldham head coach David Levitch prior to tonight's game, so we'll hear that interview on the other side. Stick with us. More Louisville basketball coverage coming right up on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 male high graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
Innovation is what allowed us to reach for the stars. And now, to reach for the ignition without changing your oil for what feels like forever. Introducing Oil Guard, a Ferris exclusive. This innovative Vanguard oil system lets you go 5 times longer between oil changes. Along with Ferris's patented suspension system, you'll cut faster, mow longer, and reduce maintenance.
.1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com. Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit OperationParent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 male high graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, your one-stop real estate source. Founded by 1993 male graduate Dion Reese. Contact him at 502-387-6330 or visit online at polorealestategroup.com.
Louisville basketball game night back here at Ballard High School. Justin Kalen back with you, and now joined by North Oldham head coach David Levitch. Coach, it was a successful season for you all last year, 26-6, ended up losing in the regional semifinals, but you lost a lot of talent from that team. How's it been transitioning from that to start this season?
We had our first game the other night. We have a lot of new pieces. Our first game was interesting. We have a lot we can work on it. We'll see who steps up from game to game. I think our starting lineup could be moving around. It's probably going to be a team that maybe by January we'll start to figure out pieces and roles and stuff. But it's a fun team to coach. We have a lot of young experience, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you mentioned the experience. You've got Brooks Cargold. You've got guys like also Jacoby McRoberts, another big returning piece for you. Austin Sears, I know a freshman that's played big-time minutes for you. It's been really productive. What do you expect out of those returning guys? How have they kind of helped transition the whole transition for the younger players?
Yeah, we really have three guys, Cargold, Schmidl, and McRoberts, who really played meaningful minutes last year. So those are three guys we're going to have to lean on with experience. But we have a lot of young talent. Like you mentioned, Austin Sears, he led us in scoring in our first game the other night. It's Walton Brown. He's a very good scorer with a lot of ability. We have a sophomore, Tommy Gregg, that starts for us as well. And then we had a transfer that played quarterback for us this year, Colin Daniels. So we have a lot of new guys mixed in with those three guys who played a lot last year. So I'm really going to lean on Cargold and Austin Sears this year for our scoring and see if everybody else can file in.
Now, I'm hesitant to bring this up, but since 2008, you all are 0-4 against this Ballard team. Is that something you're aware of? Is that something you let your team are aware of? How's that work out?
Well, actually, I went to North from 2009 to 2013, so we never played them. We played them 3 times right when I started coach. My first year and my second year, we played them 3 times. So I actually looked up today the last time we played them, and it's been so long. It was my second year. I didn't tell them that, no, because the last time we played them, they beat us pretty handily. But it's obviously a school with so much history that always has really good players. They're a really well-coached team. It's going to be a tough feat on the road, but it's how you got to touch your team early.
Yeah. All right, Coach. Well, best of luck tonight. Hopefully you all can get it done. Expecting a close contested matchup, and best of luck going forward the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, and that's head coach David Levitch of the North Oldham Mustangs. This is Justin Kalen. We'll be right back for your.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt. Or on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup?
Or on Stephanie's perfect parking spot to stay perfect. But you can depend on their car starting because they have Interstate batteries. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. you can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Blind direct, not just blinds. Blind direct, not just blinds.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Ballard High School inside Jim Ruther Gymnasium as we get set for Louisville Basketball Game Night. The North Oldham Mustangs set to do battle with the Ballard Bruins. Justin Kalen back here alongside Paul Jackson. And Paul, I welcomed you to Glycod in that opening segment. I want to open the floor for you. Give people a little bit of background about yourself, a little bit of a slight bio, if you will.
Oh, yeah, no problem, Justin. Hey, thanks for the great opener. Yeah, born and bred, I'm an Oldham County Colonel, played basketball for legendary coach Gary Forrest, lucky enough to be the 8th Region Player of the Year back in 1989, about 30 years ago, 30 pounds ago, unfortunately, but ended up playing some pro baseball, drafted by the Cincinnati Reds out of Oldham County, and had a minor league baseball career, and now I've got two great kids live here back in Louisville, and man, absolutely, Justin, thrilled to be working for Glycod and back here calling some good basketball games here.
Yeah, we're excited to have you. Also an Oldham County Hall of Famer. We can't forget that. That's one of the bigger things that you should have announced there. But either way, let's go ahead and continue our pregame here as we get you set for tonight's Inside Look. An Inside Look at tonight's game is presented by Blinds Direct. Looking for the best in-home decor? At Blinds Direct, they offer custom blinds, wallpaper, and more. Proudly serving Louisville for over 30 years. Visit blindsdirect.com for more. Coach, let's first take a look at the North Oldham Mustangs, 0-1 here this season. An inside look at them. Their last losing season back in 2021 as they continue to find ways to win throughout the tenure of Coach Levitch. They're also returning a lot of talent in Brooks Cargold, Jacoby McRoberts, and Gray Schmidl. What are you expecting here tonight out of the North Oldham Mustangs?
Yeah, you know, it's always difficult when you lose a core group of seniors that have built your culture, and Coach Levitch has now got the task of trying to rebuild that culture with some great young talent. And let me tell you something, he's got some great young talent in here. And I expect this game tonight to be just an absolute shootout. We've got some capable three-point shooters on both ends of the floor, and I'm looking for an exciting, fast-paced game. Pretty pivotal game for early in the high school basketball season, Justin.
Yeah, no doubt. Now let's turn our attention to the Ballard Bruins. You mentioned fast-paced. They put up 89 points in their first game, so they're looking to run up and down. It was a 50-point win over Central. Their first 1-0 start since the 2022-2023 season. And they, too, some returning key scorers. Sam Frazier over 18 points a game. Nate Richardson last season over 11 points a game. Nick Hayden right around 8 points a game. So they've got to rely on those guys, try to lean on them throughout this one here tonight.
Yeah, folks, put your seatbelt on with these Ballard Bruins. They like to get up and go, and they've got some experienced seniors in the backcourt and a new addition in the front court, 6'8" Blake Russell, which could be an X factor tonight, but ought to be a fast-paced, fun game to watch. Looking forward to calling it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. As before we head to a break, just a reminder that this broadcast is authorized by Ballard High School with production rights owned by Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for listening. As we step aside for the break, we've got Coach Willis on the other side as Coach Paul Jackson got a chance to catch up with him here tonight in our pregame. We'll hear that interview on the other side. Stick with us. More Louisville basketball game night coverage coming up on Glycod.
Go ahead. Pour it on. As thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
I'm here with Coach Willis, head coach of Ballard High School. We're just going to, Coach, we just want to talk a little bit about that resounding victory Monday evening against Central. The team played with a lot of energy. Just wanted to get your overall thoughts on that first game of the year.
Yeah, we were super pleased with how the guys played. You know, we've talked about two things since the beginning of the year. One of them's playing hard and guarding the basketball, and the other one's sharing the basketball. And they did a great job of that against Central, so hopefully we can continue on with that, and I think we'll have a good, solid year.
Oh, awesome. Speaking of the year, it seems like the buzz in the air is that, Ballard High School is making a little comeback from last year with that great first victory. And, obviously we're hoping to come out against North Oldham, maybe go 2-0. But don't you feel like this season's starting off, are you pretty pleased with what you've seen so far?
Yeah, I've talked about it repeatedly, but we've got a great group of kids that like each other and like to come to practice and like to, as we say, come to work. And they've worked hard. And so that makes it enjoyable for them and enjoyable for us to get in the gym every day. And I was excited about, second week of November, I told the guys we're much farther along now than we were last year at this point. And I'm real pleased with how things are going. And if the guys stay engaged, stay focused, and continue to be great teammates, then I think it should be a good start to our season.
Oh, awesome. That's Coach Greg Willis for Ballard High School. Tune in tonight, 7:30, Ballard versus North Oldham.
Go ahead. Pour it on. As thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
Hey, Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
And back here inside Jim Ruther Gymnasium at Ballard High School, Louisville basketball game night. Justin Kalin alongside Paul Jackson as we continue your pregame. And we've got to bring you the starting lineups. Tonight's starting lineups are presented by Interstate Batteries. Get started with Interstate Batteries. They're outrageously dependable. Let's first start for the North Oldham Mustangs. They will be the visiting team here tonight, and they're going to trot out Austin Sears, a 5'8 freshman. Gray Schmidt, a 5'11 senior, a wide receiver and defensive back on the football team. Brooks Cargold, number 11, a 6-foot senior. Tommy Gregg, a 6'4 sophomore. And the final starter for North Oldham, Colin Daniels, a 6'5 junior. He was the quarterback on the football team this past season, threw for over 2,100 yards, 30 touchdowns as well, and all Glycod selection at quarterback. So, Coach, what do you make of that starting lineup for North Oldham?
You know, a good mix of seniors and some young guys. Really interested to see the freshman Austin Sears tonight, as well as another sophomore Thomas Gregg. Brooks Cargill kind of makes the engine go for North, and Gray Schmidt. These guys are multi-sport athletes. Always good to put them on the basketball court.
Austin Sears led the team with 19 points in their loss against Walton Verona. He had 3 threes in that game. Brooks Cargill, the guy you mentioned right behind him, with 18 points. He had 4 threes. Both those guys can really shoot the basketball, along with Gray Schmidt, who only had 7 points, so expect more from him here tonight. Now let's turn our attention to the Ballard Bruins. 1-0 on this season is Ballard, and take a look now at their starting lineup. They're going to trot out number 2, Sam Frazier, a 6'3 senior. Number 3, Nate Richardson, a 5'9 senior. Nick Hayden, a 6'4 senior. Number 11, Jaden Culver, a 5'10 junior. And and number 23, Blake Russell, a 6'9" senior. And, Coach, this is a Ballard team you know fairly well. What do you make of that starting lineup?
Oh, I tell you what, I'll try not to say this too much tonight, but I think we've got one of the most underrated players in the 7th region in Sam Frazier. He's an absolute bucket. He can knock down the three, plays well off the bounce. And then the other on his backcourt mate is one of the quickest guys with the basketball I've ever seen in Nate Richardson. Nick Hayden is a capable shooter as well. Jaden Culver, a solid in the backcourt. And then, again, the X factor tonight may be Blake Russell. You know, both North and Ballard have really good backcourts, and the battle of the front court's going to be really pivotal tonight. And Blake Russell's coming off like a 21-10 against Central, and if he plays like that, it'll be a really good game.
Yeah, those first three you see there, Sam Frazier, Nate Richardson, and Nick Hayden, last season combining for 38 points a game. So that is quite the returning trio there. And then you add Blake Russell into the mix. And, Coach, you don't really see 6'8" size around this part of the country all that often. So we'll see if the Ballard Bruins can take advantage of that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think, like you said, he'll be a pivotal part of the game, and his size will, I think, play a factor tonight.
Absolutely. We'll see how it all shakes out as we've got just over 5 minutes left in our pregame. We'll step aside for a break here. We'll come back on the other side, and we will get you your series notes as well as the opening tip-off. Stick with us. We've got more Louisville basketball game night action coming right up here on Glycod.
Check it. Ooh.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
From Glycod, it's UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night. UA Local 502, they do it right the first time. Tonight's game is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. The Army National Guard, where the next greatest generation is now. German American Bank, building our community together. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Holy Smokes Barbecue. Now courtside for all the action from Glycod on UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night.
And back here, Ballard High School, as we continue to get you set for Louisville basketball game night. Jim Ruther Gymnasium, as both teams finalizing their pregame warm-ups. Justin Kalin alongside Paul Jackson as the American flag being lowered just in front of us. Coach, I've never been in a situation where I'm behind the American flag.
Hey, that's a patriotic night here at Ruther Stadium. I love it.
Absolutely. It should be a fun one. We've got the 0-1 North Oldham Mustangs, 1-0 Ballard Bruins. North Oldham, as I mentioned during that interview with Coach Levitch, 26-6 a season ago. They got through district play before falling to Simon Kenton in the 8th Region semifinal, 75-63. They lost 65-57 versus Walton Verona on Tuesday, a game they shot 45% from the field, 37% from three, and 17% from the free throw line. So no doubt about it, Coach Levitch expects better numbers out of his team here tonight. tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be, again, a game where we look at North's ability to knock down the three, and can they stop Ballard in the paint? So we're going to look at both of that. Those keys to the game is, can Ballard stop the three from North, and then can North stop a good solid backcourt, but more importantly, Ballard may have a rebounding edge with the big man in the middle.
Coach Levitch, by the way, in his 7th season, 105 wins to just 70 losses at North Oldham. He was the 8th Region Coach of the Year last season, over 1,800 points for North Oldham in his time as he was an alum of North Oldham. Also went to U of L from 2013 to 2017, so a guy who's been around the game of basketball for a long time. This is a Ballard team, by the way, just 14-16 last year, but they too got through district play before falling in the 7th Region quarterfinal, 59-56 versus Trinity. They have not missed a regional since, I think, 1986, Coach. Impressive run for the Bruins over the years.
We are in the middle of a hopefully a rebuild that is now really taking place at Ballard. Coach Willis is not happy. Ballard basketball is not a 14-16 team, so he's excited to turn that around, and Ballard's off to a pretty good start so far this year.
Greg Willis, by the way, in his 3rd season as head coach for the Bruins, 42 wins to just 20 losses for Ballard. He was the 7th Region Coach of the Year in 2023. Of course, he was a 2004 alum here of Ballard, was the assistant coach from 2006 to 22, so a guy who knows the program very well. As both teams are over on their sidelines, and we are just about set for our national anthem here from Ballard, so we'll go ahead and step aside for a break here, come back on the other side, get you some series info and the opening tip-off here as we get you set for Louisville basketball game night right here tonight on Glycod.
Not just blinds. Blind to rent, not just blinds.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his SIPO.
Today.
Or on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup?
Or on Stephanie's perfect parking spot to stay perfect. But you can depend on their car starting because they have Interstate batteries. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
And back here, Ballard High School, where we have wrapped up our national anthem. Now into our starting lineup. Starting to get a little concerned. Justin Kalin back here alongside Paul Jackson. Paulie still haven't raised the flag. I'm going to need that to happen so we can see some game action.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to have to get that taken care of. The beauty of logistics here. I love it.
As they cut the lights for the Ballard starters, they have announced the North Oldham starters, and a pretty solid crowd here tonight for both teams, as the stands on the left and the right pretty filled up. So we'll see how this one plays out. Coach, any grandiose expectations for this game here tonight?
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting ball game. It's a fast-paced game. We've got 90 feet of basketball. It's really going to go up and down. Ballard wants to, the faster the game, I think the tempo is going to favor Ballard. The more set offenses North can get into to spring them for some threes is going to be key for North. again, I can't emphasize enough. I think Ballard's going to run some stuff through the big man, Blake Russell, to get him going. And, yeah, it should be a really good battle.
And if you've watched this North Oldham team under Coach Levitch at all over the years, they like to get open for three. They like to shoot the three ball, and most times they hit more than they miss.
Yeah, this is just a shooting team that they work on. If you look at their mechanics when they shoot, their feet are always set. You can see them just knock down. They're knockdown shooters, yeah, it's going to be a shootout tonight.
As now they're announcing the Ballard starters. There you see them in their all-white uniforms, the white tops, white shorts as well. North Oldham will be in their black uniforms, black pants, black tops, with the white numbering and lettering on those Mustang jerseys. And we are just about set. Let's take a look at some of the series info from over the years. These two teams have played 4 times since 2008. The average win for Ballard has been 14 points, so dominating this series. It was 102-66 in their last meeting, but as you heard Coach Levitch allude to in that interview, they have not played since 2020, so who knows what we're going to get tonight.
Yeah, this is a whole new ball game here. Two fresh teams. I think both coaches are going to really look at this game and kind of figure out where they're at.
As both teams now out on the floor, and we are just about set to go for your Louisville basketball game night. Justin Kalin alongside Paul Jackson, Tim Bryan, our producer on site here today, and Vicki Bryan on camera for us, as it will be Ballard winning the tip. It's in the hands of Richardson. Richardson gets this one off for Culver, whose shot comes up short. North Oldham will have their first opportunity as Cargold brings it across the timeline. Picks up his dribble, but able to give it off to Colin Daniels, who we touched on in our pregame. Now back with Cargold, who slides it to the left. Austin Sears, the freshman. Coach Levitch really excited about Sears. And now the other direction with the finish. Nicely done there by Frazier.
Justin, that's just what I'm talking about. The pressure from the Ballard guards could definitely play a role in this. They like to get up and go. Good move by Frazier there.
Now North Oldham in their second possession. Tommy Gregg, another young player for them, a sophomore, as he kicks this one off, and that shot missed by the freshman Sears. Rebounded by Blake Russell inside. Now back inside to Russell. He'll float it up and gets it to fall.
Yeah, Blake Russell just got a nice touch in there. He's got a very fundamental big guy, gonna just make everything hopefully look simple.
Now North Oldham trailing by 4 here in the early goings of this one, about 90 seconds into this ball game. All the way out now at the midcourt line is Austin Sears, and that's going to be an over and back. Once again, the pressure of Ballard making their presence felt.
North right now is playing a little bit into Ballard's hands. They need to get that offense a little quicker and to get the ball moving and not stand with a lot of dribble pressure, because that's when Ballard's pressure will take over.
Typically, that's what you get out of North Oldham teams under Coach Levitch. As the three here hoisted up by Richardson. Rebounded by Daniels. And now another takeaway, going up for it here. And laying it in is Frazier again. He's got a quick 4 points.
He's an underrated defender. Obviously has great offensive skills, but it's nice to see him playing on the defensive end.
So 6-0 here in the early going as Cargold's three way long. Coming down with the rebound is Richardson, saving it inbounds. As Hayden will bring it up the floor. He'll stop and pop. Looked good from where we sit, but it pops out.
Justin North is going to have to get Cargill going in this one.
Here he is with it here as he takes some contact there. By the way, mentioned all the football guys on this team. Gray Schmidl out there in wearing number 10 for North Oldham, number 10 in black, the 2024 Oldham Glycod Player of the Year. So Not only some football players, but some talented ones.
I didn't realize how big the quarterback, Colin Daniels, is. He is a good-sized kid.
As Gus Soul in the game for the first time for North Oldham, wearing number 12 in black. As the shot missed there by Tommy Gregg, Hayden quickly up the floor for Russell. Russell, good patience, lays it up and in.
Justin, that's exactly what Ballard wants to do, is run that floor up and down. The shot clocks may not be a factor tonight.
And a great start for Ballard here in this one as they lead 8-0. We'll get a 30-second timeout. We'll slide one in as well. Stick with us. Louisville basketball game night on Glycod.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're watching Louisville basketball game night from Glycod.
And back here, Ballard High School. 5 minutes left here in this first quarter of play. All Ballard thus far as coach, they've really utilized their pressure to get easy buckets thus far.
Yeah, they have. I think North just needs to take a deep breath, take your time, run your offense, and get some open looks.
And they're going to turn it over instead as Hayden comes away with it. He quickly gets it up and in for Sam Frazier.
That's a quick 6 points and breakaway layups for Frazier. It's playing right into his game.
Guy who averaged 18 a season ago. Now off for Daniels. He leaves it out. The three-pointer that time fired up and no good by Sears. But Daniels on the rebound. Now Soul will try it and he'll connect.
Great looking shot by Gus Soul there.
First points of the game for North Oldham. Jaden Culver gives it up inside for Russell. Russell going to try to put some moves on Daniels. Able to use his size, but he can't finish the shot.
Yeah, Daniels did a nice job of holding his ground there and forcing a tougher shot for the bigger Russell.
Now Soul in possession, kicks it into the corner. Schmidl with an answer.
Here they come.
Don't let this North Oldham team get hot from behind the perimeter. Nick Hayden down low for Russell. He'll try the mid-range too. Schmidl clears. Stop and pop for Gray. Rebounded by Sam Frazier. Frazier with a great pass down low to Russell.
Sam Frazier showing it all off right now. Nice assist to Russell. But no deficits too much for this North team. They can, when they get going, they can score points in a hurry, Justin.
Yeah. As we just saw them hit back-to-back threes. See if they've got an answer here as they trail by 6. Schmidl kicks this one out. The long two that time taken by Tommy Gregg. Back come the Bruins. Now Richardson, you mentioned his speed. How about that speed of the spin moves? He kicks it out for Frazier, who can't connect.
He is a dynamite with the ball.
Richardson only 5'9", as there's a good drive by Austin Sears, the freshman.
Well, it's good to see Austin Sears showing us a move off the bounce too. He's a creative kid for such a young age. Nice move there.
North Oldham back to within 4 here at 12-8. On top for Hayden. And work it to his left for Richardson. Looked like Richardson thought about taking that shot. Instead goes inside. Good defense there by Schmidl. Back out for Hayden. Hayden into the corner. Culver drives inside. His stop and pop no good either. Now Soul quickly up for Sears. He'll drive baseline. Three-pointer. Got it.
Fantastic ball movement by North there. Tommy Gregg hitting the three. That's exactly what North wants to do. Swing the ball and hit the open three.
4 made field goals for North Oldham thus far. 3 of them coming from deep.
Justin, you just blink and it's a 1-point game.
Brooks Corgold coming back in the game for the Mustangs. Jacoby McRoberts, first action for him here tonight. Another one of those football guys, defensive back on the football team, the 6'2 junior Jacoby McRoberts. He's a lot of fun to watch, number 23 in black. Also, Braylon Beasley, a sophomore for Ballard, who has the basketball now coming into the game.
You got the young freshman in too, Justin. Barron Clay. Keep an eye on him, number 10. He's made an impact early in the season already.
Couple misses down low, and North Oldham comes out of there with a rebound as McRoberts picks up his dribble in the backcourt, but able to get it off for Cargill. Now Soul, cross-court pass. That ball went under the basket, and they went out of bounds. Impressive pass, but you can't do that.
Both teams going to their bench a little early to get some wind. Again, this is a fast-paced game. It's going to be the players 6, 7, 8, 9 are going to be pivotal for both sides.
Richardson on the three, and that's a sweet stroke as he's got his first bucket.
Sneaky good three-point shooter.
By the way, Caleb Miller, a 5'11 senior, also in the game for Ballard as he picks up the foul there. Coach Willis off to our left, as always. Well, most of the time, cool, calm, and collected. Can't say always.
I don't want to get on his bad side.
Nope. He's now driving in with it is Sears, and how about that step back too?
Sears is draw the defense and then a little step back. That was pretty.
Under a minute to play here in this first quarter. Tightly contested as Ballard leads by 2, and they turn it over there.
Justin, I feel like North has withstood that early onset from Ballard, and now a lot more relaxed out there, running their sets and really getting into the flow of the game. You know, that's always key, that you can withstand that early onset.
Does that have anything to do with Coach Levitch being in his 7th year? Now these guys that have played for him for so long know what to expect?
I think so. You're starting to see some good experience right here. This is a great game for both teams. They're going to really develop over this game.
North Oldham looking for the tie or the lead here as McRoberts drives in. He'll take the 2, and there's another sweet stroke.
Quieted the crowd down with that one. That was beautiful.
Now Miller drives inside, loses it, but gets it back. Cleanly played half here thus far. Only 3 fouls combined between the teams. We're down to 5 seconds. Cargill on top. Schmidl, his 3. Got it!
Wow.
As North Oldham will take a 3-point lead to the second quarter. Entertaining first quarter of action as we'll slide in a break here. Come back on the other side and bring you quarter number 2 of your Louisville basketball game night right here on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod. UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
And back here, Ballard High School, as we have just resumed action here in quarter number 2. As North Oldham with a storm back at the end of that first quarter. They lead by 3. As we begin the second quarter of play, Justin Kalin back alongside Paul Jackson. And, Coach, just like that, Nate Richardson ties it up.
Yeah, again, put your seatbelt on. We're going to have some quick possessions and some three-point bombs going down tonight.
It was a fun first quarter of action as Ballard had a sizable lead. North Oldham had to battle back, mostly thanks to that guy, Gray Schmidl, who knocks down his third 3 of the game.
Super impressed with Schmidl. He gets his feet set and, man, knocks it down.
Speaking of impressive, how about that steal by Richardson as lobbing this one up for Russell, and he can't finish. Student section was ready to explode.
Oh, that may have been one Blake wouldn't like to have back. Just use the backboard on there. Didn't quite get the elevation he needed.
Now Schmidl picks up his dribble, has to get it off for Gus Soul. Soul trying to drive in against Sam Frazier. Frazier pickpockets him. Now Frazier will finish at the other end.
Again, Sam showing off that defensive pressure. I think he's 3 or 4 steals in already.
Go along with his 8 points. Impressive start for Sam Frazier. Now Schmidl looking for a teammate as he gets it off for Cargold. His 3. And I thought he got another one, but rebounded inside by Russell. Richardson over for Hayden. Hayden drives inside, takes some contact on his pursuit to the basket.
Yeah, Ballard's going to need a lot of that from Nick Hayden. Being that they're not as big, Nick's got to be a rebounder and a driver and still knock down that 3. That was a good job by him to get to the foul line.
Let's see if he can knock a couple down here. That's one of the Ballard coaches going to come to the bucket near us and pull the net down. Wouldn't you want to do that if it's your own team, not your opponent? He just helped out North Oldham.
I'm going to have to counsel Coach AD on that one.
As Hayden able to knock down the first free throw, he will have one more opportunity. And he converts. Nick Hayden with his first 2 points of the ball game, and Ballard back on top by 1. Cargold waits for the screen, instead goes around it. Now in the corner for Schmidl, another 3. And rebounded by Frazier, quickly off for Richardson. Now up, Hayden's 3 is short. Schmidl clears the rebound. Cargold back to Schmidl. Back to Cargold. Schmidl has that one knocked free by Hayden, but able to get the pass off for Daniels. And he can't convert, but gets his own offensive rebound. Now another good look for Schmidl. Rebounded again by Daniels, but knocked free by Richardson.
The North was pretty patient. We got to knock those inside shots down.
Now Richardson, how about that for an athletic finish?
There's Nate Richardson for you right there in a nutshell.
Now he's up to 8 points here in this one. So him and Sam Frazier both with 8. Blake Russell right behind with 6. Ballard by 3 as Daniels leaves this one off, and fortunate that didn't turn into a turnover. As Austin Sears unable to corral the pass, and it was knocked out of play by the Bruins.
Overall, though, I'm pretty impressed with North handling that backcourt pressure by Richardson and Frazier. They're some good young guards that are hanging in there.
Now Sears, speaking of young, the freshman with the miss there. Quickly up for Richardson. Down low, great pass into Frazier as that ball knocked out of play. We're going to say last touch by the Mustangs.
North's going to have to keep Richardson out of the paint. The more he gets in the paint, it's going to good things happen for Ballard.
Richardson triggering the inbounds for Frazier. And that was Gray Schmidl forcing the tie-up. As Caleb Miller coming back on in lieu of Jaden Culver.
Caleb Miller brings us some, Justin brings some good defensive pressure. Nice move there by Blake Russell.
He now joins Sam Frazier and Nate Richardson with 8 points. That trio has 24 of the 26 Ballard points. Roberts leaves this one off for Cargill. He'll drive inside, over the shoulder pass, and we're going to get a blocking call. Sam Frazier picks it up.
Number 2, Frazier, his second. Team first. Turning for the Bruins, number 4, Nick.
Short time on the bench for Nick Hayden, who comes back out. Sam Frazier will have a short rest. Ball inbounded here for Cargold, who takes the quick three. Rebounded initially by Daniels, but now Richardson out of there. Gets it up for Hayden, who gets it up and in.
Transition defense for both teams going to be key, but particularly for North, as Ballard loves to get it out and go, and their average possession sometimes about 2 or 3 seconds.
Now their lead back up to 7, and a chance to grow that here as Richardson crosses the timeline. Now he'll set up the offense, uses Russell for a screen. Deep three, got it! And Nate Richardson now with 11 points to lead all scores, and Ballard leads by 10. With 3:33 left here in this first half, we'll slide in a break ourselves. Stick with us, more Louisville basketball game night right here from Ballard.
Not just blinds. Blinds direct, not just blinds.
Flycon on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Inside Jim Ruther Gymnasium, Ballard leading by 10, 31-21 with 3:33 left here in this first half. And while you got a moment, just a reminder that the latest updates on all things high school athletics, including continuous score updates, you can visit glycod.com. We really enjoy what we do, and we appreciate your support. And Justin Kalen back here alongside Paul Jackson. Coach, that is so true, especially when you get high-quality basketball like this. You truly love what we do here.
Oh, this is a big treat, I tell you. 2 great teams going at it right now.
North Oldham trailing by 10. Their second large deficit that they faced here in this first half. They were able to punch their way back into it the first time. How do they claw their way back into it this time?
Yeah, you know, they withstood the first quarter punch from Ballard. I still like what North's doing. Their seniors are stepping up, making some big threes, and they're actually rebounding the ball really well.
Being outscored in this second quarter, however, 16-3, so they've got to stop this Ballard run, and that's one way to do it. Get it inside to your big fella, Colin Daniels. First points of the game for Daniels. Down to 3 minutes left in the half. Richardson will try again. And a foul down low. I believe they're going to get this one on the Mustangs. And that's on Gus Soul. That's his second foul.
Gus had a little of that football mentality there on that foul.
Set to trigger the inbounds now is Alpha Sika. As he gets it in for Russell, who picks up the foul. Alpha Sika, a 5'10 senior. Speaking of football guy.
Yeah, he's a thick guy. I think that may be Richardson. I'm not sure. I don't believe I see Sika out there.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. I saw it wrong. Thanks for the correction there, Coach.
Hey. Just keeping you honest.
It's nearly my bedtime, so eyes could have been deceiving me there as Richardson able to knock down both of them. Blake Russell now with 10 points. Following those 2 free throws, Ballard's lead back up to 10. Middle off for Soul. Soul kicks it off to his right. And the 3 there by Austin Sears, no good. Hayden tried to get it off to Russell as it's knocked free. Daniels being guarded by Russell. Big time matchup here on the interior. Daniels gets it off for Schmidl. Pesky defense there by Richardson. As now Sears trying to step through on top. The 3 here. That one very wayward as it lands out of play. The Ballard students will let them hear about it.
Ballard's bench is doing a good job. They're running a lot of guard handoffs right now, and still running some of the offense through the big man Russell underneath. And Justin got him to a 10-point lead, knocking down some key threes by Richardson as well.
Frazier will bring it across the timeline. Here is Richardson. He'll try again. Why not? But he can't convert as Daniels clears the rebound. Schmidl quickly up for Sears. And that one knocked out of the hands of Schmidl, but it'll stay with the Mustangs. And at 45 left here in this first half, Ballard continuing to lead by 10. Nick Hayden back in the game. Sam Frazier comes out. Brooks Gargold checking back in for North Oldham as Gasol will head to the sideline. Deep 3 here by the freshman Sears.
Justin, this is a crucial part of the game, these last minute 30. See who gets the momentum going into halftime.
Sometimes that can swing the whole projection of a game as Russell in possession here, going to back down Daniels. Now kicks it out, the 3-pointer here.
Baird Clay, the young freshman, pretty poised for a freshman. His father was a Division I basketball player.
Clay listed at 6 foot. Down to a minute. Good ball fake by Sears. Cross-court pass to Schmidl, and he converts again.
Great job by Austin Sears finding the open Schmidl there. Nice little ball fake. Got the Ballard defender up.
4 threes now for Gray Schmidl, and now McRoberts on the takeaway, and he'll lay it in.
This is just what I was talking about with momentum north with a late run. That bodes well for them going into halftime.
He just took it from 10 to 5 in a matter of seconds. As Hayden tries to drop it down for Russell, his shot short. Now Daniels on the rebound. And then Cargold called for a travel. Coach Levitch doesn't even argue it. He just says something to Cargold. And with that, we're going to get a timeout. With 23 seconds left here in this first half. We'll step aside for a break as well. Stick with us. More Louisville basketball game night action coming up from Jim Ruther Gymnasium on Glycod.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Tech 24, a commercial food service repair company. Find out how you can train for a rewarding career and earn top pay and benefits by visiting mytech24.com.
Louisville basketball game night as our first half coming to an end. Just 23 seconds left as Ballard leads by 5. Russell on the turnaround coming out of the timeout. Good play drawn up there as he's got his 12th point.
Yeah, key bucket by Blake Russell's having a great first half around the rim. Nice touch, 12 big points to lead the way for the Bruins.
Their lead up to 7 as we're down to 5. McRoberts, corner 3. Would have been big if he hit it, but he cannot. And that will bring us to the end of the first half of play. Ballard 35, North Oldham 28 after half the contest. As we'll step aside for a break here, come back on the other side, and we'll break down the entirety of that first half. Stick with us. We've got that coming up for you right here for your Louisville basketball game night on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up.
How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
Back here at Ballard High School, Jim Ruther Gymnasium, Louisville basketball game night, as it was a fun first half, 35-28. Justin Kalen back here alongside Coach Paul Jackson, and Coach 35-28 here at half. North Oldham after one quarter led 18-15. What'd you make of that first half?
You know, it was a first half of spurts. I felt like Ballard tried to deliver him an early knockout punch, and just like a good boxer, North just took it and fought back. And then the same thing happened in the second quarter. We had a nice run by Ballard. The game was fast in Ballard's favor, but then the composure of North to hang in there and knock down some crucial threes late got this to a 7-point ball game at half, and I think it's still anybody's ball game. It's been an exciting first half of basketball.
Yeah, North Oldham with 2 punches in that first half to claw their way back into the game. So impressive here that it's only a 7-point game. By the way, tonight's scoreboard is presented by Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you. 7508 Preston Highway. You can give them a call at 502-968-5657 as we've got just over 5 minutes left here in our halftime break. Any expectations for the second half?
I think it's going to be more of the same. I think it's just going to be a Blake Russell, the big man inside for Ballard, has had a very nice first half. Ballard's going to continue to play through him. And I really like Schmidl, Cargill, some of the senior-laden North Oldham guys that have stayed composed. Austin Sears has done a nice job being just a freshman. I'm impressed with him. And this is going to come down to the wire, I think.
Yeah, we'll see how it all shakes out as we'll go ahead and step aside for our next break here. We'll come back on the other side. I'll get you some individual scoring numbers, and then we'll be set for the second half of play. Stick with us for that, for your Louisville basketball game night right here on Glycod.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tinsley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tinsley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt.
Today.
Or on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup?
Or on Stephanie's perfect parking spot to stay perfect. But you can depend on their car starting because they have Interstate batteries. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Innovation is what allowed us to reach for the stars. And now, to reach for the ignition without changing your oil for what feels like forever. Introducing Oil Guard, a Ferris exclusive. This innovative Vanguard oil system lets you go 5 times longer between oil changes. Along with Ferris's patented suspension system, you'll cut faster, mow longer, and reduce maintenance.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Justin Kalen, Paul Jackson here alongside you for your Louisville basketball game night here from Ballard High School as we are just about set for the second half of play. But let's first take a look at our first half statistics. Tonight's halftime stats are brought to you by German American Bank. Support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more info. First for North Oldham. Coach, 6 guys finding the scoring column. They were led by Gray Schmidl with 12 points as he splashed home 4 threes. 4 points for Jacoby McRoberts, 4 points for Austin Sears, 3 points for Gus Soul, 3 for Tommy Gregg as well, and 2 for Colin Daniels. Meanwhile, for Ballard, only 4 guys finding the scoring column, but they didn't need much more than that as Sam Frazier 8 points, Nate Richardson 11. They were led by Blake Russell with 12 and 4 points for Nick Hayden. So really utilizing the size of Blake Russell in that first half, and he's the leading scorer going into the halftime break here.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Blake had a nice game against Central, and he's come back-to-back with another good first half against North. I'd like to see them sharing the ball maybe a little bit more, get that scoring like North has it, a little more well-rounded, but well-played first half for both.
Well, now Ballard going to come out of the half with that same intensity and pressure defensively that they utilized the majority of that first half, and it works out to get a stop. Now Ballard trying to feed it down low for Russell as Schmidl takes it away. Coach Levitch wants the pace picked up a little bit here. Is that a good move or bad move, Coach?
Coach, I don't know. I like slower play favors North, quicker play favors Ballard.
Cargold's 3 just a smidge long, and Richardson, speaking of fast, if you want to play fast, Nate Richardson's the guy you need on your team.
Don't blink, Jake. That was a layup. I just barely caught it.
He's now got 13. Sears gets it off for Schmidl. Good pass inside for Cargold, and that's money.
Cargold's showing he can go inside as well. Real versatile.
First points of the game for him as Ballard with the answer on the other end as Jaden Culver splashes it home.
Good to see Jaden Culver knock down a shot. He can get going real quick as well.
That's his first points of the game. The pressure extended out on Schmidl. Leaves it off for Cargold. Cargold works it to his left, dishes it off into the corner. Schmidl's 3, and he can't convert that time as Hayden clears the rebound. Quickly up, Frazier lays it up and in.
There you go.
Frazier now in double figures.
Yeah, as you can see, it's evidence Ballard loves to get out and go. That's a couple quick buckets in the transition.
Sears floats this one up and in, and that was a good bucket there as he's got his 6th point. And with that, Coach Levitch is going to take a timeout with 5:58 left here in this third quarter. We'll sneak in a timeout as well. Stick with us as we take a look at some of the highlights here, or instant replay from this fast-paced third quarter right here on Glycod.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Tech24, a commercial food service repair company. Find out how you can train for a rewarding career and earn top pay and benefits by visiting mytech24.com.
Back here with 5:58 left here in our third quarter. Ballard 42, North Oldham 32 as the Bruins have built their lead back up to 10. It was almost 10, or it was 10 at the end of that first half before North Oldham with a nice run to cut it to 7 at half. And now Ballard with a chance to add on is Cargold on the steal.
Wow, fast-paced action here.
That was really fast, both ways. Cargold now at the Bruins logo. Leaves it off for McRoberts. McRoberts being guarded by Richardson. As he gets a screen there from Daniels, misses, but Daniels on the stick back.
That's a good follow. North's guards doing a good job getting through that first line defender.
And the Mustangs have picked up the defensive intensity here as Frazier's 3 short.
Sam hasn't got his 3 going yet. Got most of his offense through his defense.
As we're going to get a charge here, and back to Ballard it goes. But yeah, Coach, you mentioned Sam Frazier not being able to shoot the 3 ball quite yet. Very unusual. I saw Sam Frazier a handful of times a season ago. There's not much in this kid's game that he can't do, and surprising that the 3 hasn't fallen just yet.
Yeah, he is a 3-level scorer for sure. Great shooter in the 3, beat you off the bounce. I envision him getting it going.
As here he is inside with a circus shot down low, nearly gets it to fall, but does draw the foul. It reminds me a lot, does Sam Frazier, of Cole Edelin at Male. You just look at that kid and he's very unassuming, and then you see him play and it's like, this kid's got some game.
I mean, you look at Cole Edelin, Sam Frazier, you walk down the hallway in the high school classroom, you're not sure who they are, but man, you get them both on the basketball court and they can just flat out play.
Yeah. Frazier with one more opportunity here after missing the first, and he misses them both. As Cargold and the Mustangs tried to cut even more into that lead, but it goes off the shin of Gray Schmidl, and it's going to be Ballard basketball as Schmidl is laying on the sideline.
Yeah, Ballard matching North. North typically has that great grit they always play with. North showing a little grit there with Sam Frazier getting on the floor.
Now the student section starts to pick up the noise. Outside here for Hayden. Hayden back to Frazier. Looks like North Oldham switched into a little bit of a zone here. Has the offensive rebound and stick back by Jaden Culver.
Jaden Culver could be the X factor as well. He is a sneaky mid-range game.
He's up to 5 points, all of them coming here in this third quarter, and that Ballard lead back up to 10. McRoberts dribbles down low. He'll step back. Rebound inside by Daniels again.
Great job by Daniels. Impressed with him being a football quarterback and not really having a ton of time to get ready for this basketball season, Justin. But he has come in here and played some good bully ball and some good rebounds. Oh, as you see some highlights here.
Absolutely been an up and down third quarter as we're going to get a full timeout here with 3:52 left. We'll slide one in as well. Stick with us. More Louisville basketball game night coming up on Glycod.
Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 Male High graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
And back here inside Jim Ruther Gymnasium at Ballard High School, Louisville Basketball Game Night, where the Ballard Bruins 44, North Oldham Mustangs 36 up on our scoreboard. Justin Kalen back alongside Coach Paul Jackson. And Coach, it's been a back and forth affair here in this third quarter, not in terms of the scoring, but in terms of these teams getting up and down the floor.
It's like a track meet, Justin. These teams throw the shot clocks away. Here we go.
Ballard will start with possession here, coming out of the timeout. Good pass there by Russell as he tried to get it in for Barron Clay, and they're going to rule that Clay stepped on the end line. North Oldham back in possession as Gus Soul brings it across the timeline. Cargold off for Sears. Sears on the mid-range shot, rebounded by Hayden. Culver trying to drive on Soul. Possession stopped up as he's able to get it out. Now Frazier driving in and thought he was going to get an and one there, but instead it'll just be 2 free throws as he's fouled by Daniels.
Ballard really moving the ball in to out, and going through big Blake Russell. Guards are doing a good job cutting off of that. And Sam Frazier getting to the foul line. Sam needs to knock these down.
Just missed 2 moments ago. We'll see if he's got better luck here. Better start at least as he connects on the first one. Looks cool, calm, and collected here at the free throw line as he knocks down a pair. Sam Frazier now up to 12 points here in this one as we've still got 3 minutes left to go here in this third quarter. Cargold in possession. Tried to get it off for Sears, taken away by Richardson, who leaves it off for Frazier, who gets it up and in.
Defensive pressure starting to put its will on North a little bit right now, Justin. They need to calm down, collect themselves, and get a good shot.
Well, they're going to get one of their trusty guys back in the game as Grace Schmidl back onto the floor. As he sets the trigger, the inbounds in for Sears. Sears going to go right at Richardson. And hats off to him, testing that speed of Nate Richardson.
I'll tell you what, super impressive move for a freshman, using his offhand right there against a really quick Nate Richardson. Love how he got himself to the line.
Now, talking to Coach Levitch here in the pregame tonight, he's really high on Austin Sears. It's the first free throw up and in. Caleb Miller back in the game, and Jackson Hanners, the junior, out there, I believe, for the first time here in this one.
Both coaches searching for a breather late in the third quarter. Could be a dynamic fourth, maybe.
With the track meet we've had here in the third, does that surprise you?
That does not.
Sears converts on both free throws, now up to 8 points here in this one. Inside, floating it up. That was Clay, but rebounded by Russell. Good passing around the perimeter as Richardson now going to drop it down low for Russell. Ball on the floor. Richardson somehow comes out of there with it. And he tried to feed it down low to Russell, and he immediately puts his hands on his face as the pass was a little errant.
Nate got a little quick that time. Needs to throw that ball up to Big Blake. Take advantage of his height.
Roberts receiving the inbounds here for the Mustangs, who trail by 10. Now good leave off for Daniels, who gets it up and in.
Well, Jacoby McRoberts has really shown some athleticism tonight. He can get his own, definitely off the bounce.
Colin Daniels now with 6 points here in this third quarter. A good look at three here. That one comes up short. And Daniels will clear yet another rebound. Quickly up comes Gus Soul. Sends it to his left for Sears. Sears going to lay it up, and that one no good, but last touch by Ballard as it stays here with North Oldham.
Austin almost got that over Big Blake, but Blake got him. But it's an 8-point game. I think this last 90 seconds is going to be pivotal, Justin.
Yeah, you called it the last 2 quarters, so we'll pay attention to it here. As Jaden Culver back in the game for Ballard, as is Sam Frazier. Schmidl set the trigger, the inbounds right in front of that Ballard student section as he gets it into McRoberts. McRoberts might have gotten away with a little push off there, and then he loses his footing. Three-pointer here, and how about that shot by the freshman, Baron Clay?
Young freshman, big-time shot, big-time situation.
I don't have any clue how, A, he got his feet behind the line, and B, how he turned his body in time to shoot it.
Wow, good answer by Jacoby again. Wow.
He's now got 6 here in this one. Ballard's lead at 9.
Out here,
no
Justin.
kidding, yeah. Ready for that quarter break. As Frazier drops it for Russell. Now the three for Culver. Rebounded by Soule. Quickly up comes Soule. As McRoberts corrals the pass, and then he is quickly fouled by Hanners. As the Ballard coach again going to come over and take the net down. This time it's advantageous for his team to do that.
He's learning. He's learning.
As a break for Blake Russell here, presumably for the final 40 seconds of the quarter. Inbounded here for Sears. And guarded by Culver. Sears getting side and the step through and in.
Just a nice job utilizing his body there to contort himself for a nice little floater.
After 19 points on Tuesday, the freshman Austin Sears now with 10 here in this one.
That's a tough 110 pounds right there, or whatever he is. That was a great move.
Schmidl with the takeaway. Off for Roberts. Now out for Soule. His three would have been big if it fell. Instead, rebounded by Frazier, who's fouled by McRoberts in the backcourt.
Not a smart foul there, unfortunately. But
that's their fifth, too. That means free throws.
Yeah. North quietly making that into the quarter run, though, Justin.
Must have been their fourth. Quick trigger there for whoever's updating the scoreboard down there. We're down to 5 seconds left here in this third quarter. Frazier will inbound. Gets it in for Richardson. Beyond the midcourt line, Richardson. And that is just off to the left, and that'll bring us to the end of 3 quarters of play. Ballard 51, North Oldham 44.
Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 Male High graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
And back here, Ballard High School, Jim Ruther Gymnasium. Justin Kalin backside alongside Coach Paul Jackson as we take a look at some of the highlights from that third quarter. A back and forth quarter. Coach, it was up and down. We mentioned the word track meet a number of times. That's what it seemed like in that third quarter.
Justin, I'm just now catching my breath. I can't imagine being on the court. Shot clocks are not allowed here at Jim Ruther tonight. They are flat getting after it.
Ballard leading 51-44. They got their lead up to, I think they've gotten their lead in double figures in every quarter so far, but hats off to North Oldham and Coach Levitch. They continue to fight back.
Ballard's delivered 3 knockout punches, but North has taken them. And I think we're in for a treat in this fourth quarter.
See how it shakes out, as it will be Ballard basketball to begin the quarter. And Frazier lobbing that one up for Russell, a little wayward.
Sam probably should have just took that himself.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Soule leaves it off for Schmidl. Now McRoberts driving baseline, and Daniels gets fouled. Couple free throws upcoming for him.
Impressed with North's football players coming out with not a whole lot of time, in pretty good basketball shape. Multi-sport athletes North are bringing is boded well tonight against Ballard. Pretty athletic.
Daniels' first free throw off the back iron. We mentioned earlier, Colin Daniels, the quarterback for North Oldham. 6'5", that's a big quarterback.
Yeah, he has done a nice job banging Blake. Blake's having to earn his buckets with Big Colin down there.
And how about the roll there as he gets the second free throw to fall, and now North Oldham, don't look now, back to within 6. Culver cross-court pass, not enough under that one as Schmidl picks it off.
Completely slipped out of his hands there, and Ballard's going to need to prove that they can close out some basketball games after a tough season last year. Their fourth quarter performance, I know Coach Willis is wanting to see them close out a ball game.
And Gus Soul has other ideas as he splashes home the three.
We're a three-point ball game.
Every time you think Ballard's got it in control, North Oldham fighting back. And now a three for the Bruins on their end of things, and missed call there as Colin Daniels, comes down with a rebound and steps on the end line, but the official right next to him didn't see it.
May have gotten away with one.
I know Colin Daniels had a great season on the football field, but let me slow the roll with the Jaden Daniels. Didn't have that great of a season. As now Schmidl will fire a three again. And we're knotted up. Fifth three of the game for Gray Schmidl, the senior. And now we're going to have a brand new ball game with 6.5 minutes left. Richardson out for Frazier. The three, that would have been a good time for his first. Roberts leaves it off for Sears. North Oldham with a chance to snag the lead here in the late going. Floating it up for Taft.
Wow,
I think that was a pass, but Austin Sears gets away with it and it goes through as he's now got 12 points in the game. And we are going to get a timeout called here with 6:04 left in this contest. North Oldham back on top by 2. We'll sneak in a break as well. Stick with us. More Louisville basketball game night coming up on Glycod.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
53-51. North Oldham now on top here in our Louisville basketball game night action inside of Jim Ruther Gymnasium. Justin Kalin back alongside Paul Jackson. Coach, it was a 7-point game coming into this fourth and final quarter, but now North Oldham finds themselves leading by 2. How have they clawed their way back in?
Oh, they've just done it with grit and actually getting the ball to the basket as well. Austin Sears has done a fantastic job. Brooks Cargold, Schmidl, all of them playing well as a team. And I'm really impressed with Jacoby. Has done a nice job getting to the bucket. Now, which team leaders are going to step up in this? Coaches want to know the last 6 minutes. Sam Frazier, Brooks Cargold, who's going to step up and win this game?
Only time will tell as we've got under 6 minutes to figure that out. As the freshman Clay inside for Frazier, who will attack the bucket and gets it knocked away. Back come the Mustangs. We're going to get a foul here, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
Wow.
How does these teams' last results affect this game here tonight, Coach? We talked about Ballard, a 50-point win. North Oldham had a close game falling by 8. Does that play in here at the end?
Could be. Ballard, hasn't been battle-tested yet this season with a close game, and I think they're about to find out how we're going to react this last 5:25.
Richardson will fire the 3.
Nice offensive board by Sam Frazier.
Frazier now all of a sudden.
Look at these 2 freshmen going at it. Boy, this is 2 poised freshmen. Barron Clay, Austin Sears doing the bulk of the ball handling.
Hopefully this is the matchup we could see more in the next few years. Watch these guys grow up together. It could be a fun little rivalry.
I think the future is definitely bright over here for North and Ballard.
Inbounded here for Sears. This time he's picked up by Richardson. So he gets all the way to the bucket. Daniels on the stick back.
Daniels, right place, the right time again.
As he's now got 9 points here in this second half, 11 total for Daniels. Number of rebounds for him as well, as Richardson thought about the 3. Instead, going to give it off for Clay, who connects. His second 3 of the game, and Ballard back on top.
Sears and Clay are growing up right in front of our eyes here. These freshmen.
In the corner, McRoberts will try, and he connects.
It's a good old-fashioned barn burner now.
These teams struggled out of the gate in terms of shooting the basketball, but they've really heated up now as the lob down for Russell gets fouled, so a couple free throws upcoming.
Russell's been a little quiet this second half. I think Ballard needs to use him in this final 4 minutes.
And Sam Frazier's made more of a concerted effort to try to go to him down low. Now we'll see if Russell can knock down a pair.
Speaking of Frazier, I think he's really impacted the game. Even though his three-point shooting's a little off tonight, he's impacted the game defensively and off the bounce, and I think that's a sign of a 7th Region Player of the Year candidate. They don't have their best shooting night.
Russell with a chance to tie it here, and he will. First 2 points of the second half after 12 points in the first half. As Cargill to bring it up the timeline. Halfway through this final quarter, and we are knotted up at 58. Ball knocked free, picked up by Hayden. Richardson has it now. Inside Russell. Turn around
Nice
with that righty.
The big fundamental right there. Get to that left shoulder, a little jump hook.
Tell that's a move Russell confident in. Is Soul going to drive to the bucket and draws the foul?
Both coaches are going to go down with some more guard play to come in. I think the pace of play has definitely impacted some of these guards.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would need an oxygen tank to get through this.
I don't know what I would need. I don't know if I could get through it. That's Soul's first free throw up and in. And Culver back in the game for Ballard. Gray Schmidl coming back out for North Oldham as Gus Soul with a pair of free throws there. 5 points now in this final quarter for Gus Soul, who's got 8. Richardson down low for Frazier. This time he hits Russell.
Beautiful ball movement there. Blake finishing off with a slam.
They've been looking for that play the entirety of this second half, finally connecting. And Ballard up by 2. As their bench comes alive, as does the student section. Daniels with another offensive rebound. Corner for Soul. Soul gonna float it up, leaves it short, and rebounded by Frazier. Richardson cross court Culver. Back to Frazier. Richardson on top.
Ballard may look to Frazier here.
And Richardson nearly loses it as it's going to go out of bounds off of McRoberts. A lot of contact there, Coach. Surprised no foul call?
Yeah, I love Nate Richardson's game. Sometimes he tends to over dribble just a little, and you've got to be cautious of that.
And we were talking during halftime, pretty cleanly played game in terms of the foul numbers. As Frazier going to draw some contact down low.
Good job by Sam initiating the contact and getting to the foul line.
Let's see if he can put this team on his back as they lead by 2. 2 minutes, 31 seconds left.
Justin, this is what makes great players. This is the time.
Frazier calmly eyeing the rim, fires it up and in.
Coach Willis going back to the freshman speaks a lot right there.
He's played well. Couple threes here in this second half. As Frazier hits both. Now 18 points for Sam Frazier, right at his average from last season. And now he's going to get the takeaway from Gus Soul, and at 20.
He has really impacted the game defensively tonight, Justin.
Yeah. That's a mark of a good player. We talked about his shooting woes early in the game. wasn't getting the shot to fall, and he was doing a lot of other good things to keep his team in front, and now the scoring's coming along, and it sees Ballard back up by 6.
Big-time player. Austin Sears, another nice job drawing a foul. Hard to steal the ball from him.
Another turnover here for North Oldham as Richardson gets it knocked away by Gray Schmidl. Schmidl's going to be called for the foul.
Justin, North has really got to be careful not to get involved in a track meet this last 2 minutes. They need to really value each possession. And right now, the last minute and a half is not really valuing their possessions like they need to.
Both teams now with 4 fouls up on the board, so free throws the rest of the way as Frazier's with the 3, and Frazier hits.
There it is.
And all of a sudden you look up and he's got 23 points, and Ballard back on top by 9. As the decibels inside Jim Ruther Gymnasium pick up a little bit as McRoberts draws the foul.
What a great game early in the year.
Yeah, absolutely. Almost has a tournament feel to it.
Well played. I don't know. I have the turnovers in front of me, but it's been pretty clean.
Yep. McRoberts going to get an earful as he takes his first free throw, but able to calmly knock it in anyways. And he gets both. McRoberts now in double figures with 11. Richardson down for Russell, who lays it up and in and draws the foul.
That's the kind of strength Coach Willis is looking for Blake to finish. Let's watch that again.
That is just strength keeping that ball in his hands and finishing like that.
Ballard is just a tough team to press late in games. They've got just experienced guards that are ultra fast, and they love to play downhill.
Russell now with an opportunity to convert on the three-point play. Those colorful red and blue shoes, and he calmly knocks in the free throw. So scoreless in that third quarter was Blake Russell. Now 9 here in the fourth. Wow. As that bucket's going to count by Austin Sears as he draws the foul.
Baby Heroes really is showing that both his three-point game but also the float game has been really impressive tonight.
Yeah, it has been. Granted, I think one of them that went in, I'm positive was a pass to Colin Daniels.
It may have been.
But he's credited with the bucket nonetheless. Sears converts on the three-point play. Now up to 15 in the game for him as Richardson comes across the timeline with it, and he'll pick up the foul by Cargold. And Richardson just walks to the free throw line as he'll have a pair. Good crowd on tap here in this one tonight as well. Very impressive here at Ballard.
Pretty boisterous student sections make the game
no doubt
more exciting.
Almost filled up all the way to the top. I know y'all can't see it on the camera angle we've got, but almost to the top of the wall is that student section.
Now, these are clutch free throws Ballard's missing down the stretch here. You don't want to give North a life late in this game. I promise you that.
Mustangs trailing by 7. A chance to cut into that here, but Frazier has other ideas as he gets this one up. Laying it in is Nick Hayden as he's got his 6th point, and Ballard back on top by 9 with 1:13 left here in this ball game. We'll sneak in a break as well. Full time out here, right here on Glycod.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
Go ahead, pour it on. As thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
73 seconds left here in this ball game. Ballard 74, North Oldham 65. And Coach back here alongside me, Justin Kalin on the call for you. And every time North Oldham gets close, Ballard just got that answer.
Yeah, great players step up at the end of games, and you're seeing that for number 2 in white, Sam Frazier.
Let's see if North Oldham can make some noise here as this game comes to a conclusion. As Grace Schmidl in possession at the midcourt logo. Sends it to his left, a little bit of a lazy pass. Lucky to get away with it. Austin Sears will fire the three, and he hits.
That was a logo 3 by the young freshman.
He's got 8 points here in this fourth quarter.
Wow, North is never out of it. This is still a 2-possession game with 56 seconds left. Look for Sears and Schmidl. You better guard your yard with them. They will knock it down.
And Sears just proved that as it gets North Oldham back to within 6 at 74-68. As we'll step aside for a break here with 56 seconds. Actually, let's keep it here throughout this break as we'll continue to talk about what needs to happen going down the stretch of this game, Coach. Like you said, Ballard just up by 6. Every time they get a little further out, North Oldham has an answer. Every time North Oldham gets closer, Ballard has an answer.
Yeah, it's just been a well-played basketball game. In the last 56 seconds, I mean, the grit of North Oldham, they are not going to give up. This game is going to, this last 56 seconds may take a half an hour. They are going to play.
As we take a look at some of the highlights here from this fourth quarter. There's that last Austin Sears floater, and there's the bucket by Nick Hayden. Of course, the three-pointer there. And it is a 6-point ball game with 56 seconds left. It will be Ballard basketball coming out of this timeout. What do you do defensively if you're North Oldham?
Oh, if you're defensively for North Oldham, you have got to guard your man and block out and get rebounds.
See North Oldham with some younger players in the game. Presumably some guys with some fouls. As Russell loses that basketball, and that is not ideal for Coach Willis and the Bruins.
It was a clutch turnover. Coach Levitt's trying to speed this game up, which I understand. It's a tough task with Ballard, but he did a nice job of speeding them up and getting that possession back. This is a big one here.
Tommy
Justin.
Gregg back in the game. He hasn't played since early in the first half. As Sears on the turnaround, gets it!
Putting the game in the hands of the young freshman.
How
Great
impressive has he been here in this one? Specifically in this fourth quarter, as he's got 10 points in the fourth quarter, and then we're going to get a foul against him in the backcourt against Sam Frazier.
I believe they got that on Sears, but amazingly, he has had an excellent fourth quarter. Acrobatic shots both inside and out. Really impressive.
Well, Frazier now will step to the free throw line. He's converted on his last 4 tries. Ballard leading by 4 with 32 seconds left. Frazier's first rims out. You mentioned it when Richardson was at the line. Clutch free throws that this Ballard team missing down the stretch.
Got to make these.
He does get the second one. And now North Oldham needing a quick score.
A little ball got out of his hands. Here we go.
Soul tried to get this one off for Sears. Looked like he was on the sideline. No call. All the way in. Lays it up and in.
Wow.
And with that, we're going to get a timeout with 16 seconds left. 75-72. Ballard leading by 3. As we'll sneak in a break as well. Louisville basketball game night. Game concludes right after this break here on Glycod.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
A good old slobber knocker here tonight. 16.7 seconds left. Ballard 75, North Oldham 72. Justin Kalen back here alongside Paul Jackson. And Coach, it has been a fun ball game here tonight. We've been treated to a good one. Just made the comment off air. Almost feel bad that we got in here free tonight.
It's a classic here. And the young freshman, Austin Sears. Hello world, here we come.
Almost would have paid to see this game here tonight as Frazier in the backcourt up for Richardson. And Richardson will slow it down and take the foul by Gray Schmidl. But if you remember, last time Richardson was at the line.
I do. These are great moments that you can build on, but you got, as a senior, you got to step up and knock these down. Just all there is to it.
As the lefty fires the first one up and rattles it home. One more try here for Richardson, who looks over at Coach Willis, shakes his head.
Be surprised if North calls a timeout after this.
And that one misses. McRoberts on the rebound. And Richardson tips that one. Schmidl, top of the key, Sears. He's got to get one off into the corner for Soule. His three long. McRoberts on the stick back, no good. And that'll do it here from Ballard High School. The Bruins hang on and get it done. 76-72 the final score here in this one, as we were treated to a fantastic ball game here tonight. As we'll step aside for a break here, we'll come back on the other side, and we will get to your post-game show right here for your Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Check it. Ooh. Oh, no.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville. Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 Male High graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by the Army National Guard. Protect what matters most to you. Visit your nearest National Guard recruiter or nationalguard.com.
Back here at Ballard High School inside Jim Ruther Gymnasium. Justin Kalin back alongside Paul Jackson, where Ballard victorious tonight, 76-72 the final score. And Coach, a back and forth affair. Punches being thrown left, punches being thrown right. It was a fun game here tonight. We were treated to a good one.
A December treat by these two schools. A second game of the year for both. Really a well-played basketball game. The freshman Austin Sears down the stretch, it was impressive, but I think great players step up at the end of the game, and I really like the way Sam Frazier showed all of his game today, defensively, offensively, off the bounce. He was a big factor.
Well, both those guys were throwing punches themselves down the stretch. They scored 34 points combined in the second half, so really brought their A game in that second half of play, as Ballard will move up to 2-0 on the season. North Oldham falls to 0-2 on the year, so a little bit of a slow start for Coach Levitch and the Mustangs coming out of the gate, but I think if tonight what we saw is any indication of what this team is and what it can be this season, if I'm Coach Levitch, I'm not all that worried.
Yeah, I would be pretty happy if I'm Coach Levitch. This is coming to a hostile environment, a young team on the road, playing a school with a tradition like Ballard, and they just never gave up. They had a ton of grit tonight, and wow, every time Ballard threw a knockout punch, North was there to respond. It ended up going right down the wire. I do want to say that Ballard basketball to start out 2-0 is a huge improvement from last year. So that's Coach Willis has got to be pretty pleased.
Absolutely, went 14-16 total last season. So to start 2-0, you're absolutely right in that regard. All right, let's go ahead and step aside for a break. Speaking of Coach Willis, we will have him here joining us here shortly. We should have him here joining us here shortly. We've also got to bring you your final scoring numbers as well as take a look at the upcoming schedule of Glycod's broadcast. So stick with us for all that and more. We'll bring that back on the other side for your Louisville basketball game night coverage right here on Glycod.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 Male High graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
Blind Select, not just blinds. Blind Select, not just blinds.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
And back here once again at Ballard High School inside Jim Ruther Gymnasium. Justin Kalin, Paul Jackson back alongside you as we've got to bring you tonight's final statistics, brought to you by German American Bank. Support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more info. All right, let's take a look at our individual scoring. First for North Oldham, they were led by Austin Sears, the freshman, 22 points, 18 of those coming in the second half of play, 15 points for Gray Schmidl, 11 points for Colin Daniels, with 9 of those coming in the second half, 11 points also for Jacoby McRoberts. He had seven second half points, 8 points tonight for Gus Soul, 3 points for Tommy Gregg, and 2 points for Brooks Cargold. Little low for Brooks Cargold. Coach Levitch loved to see that number come up as the season goes along.
Yeah, I think it speaks well for North, though, to have one of their star players kind of have an off night, but still compete at the level they competed against a quality Ballard basketball team tonight.
Speaking of Ballard, let's take a look at their scoring. They had 6 guys find the scoring column. They were led by Sam Frazier, 24 points, 16 of those coming in the second half of play. 21 points for Blake Russell, 14 for Nate Richardson, only 3 in the second half, however. 6 points for both Nick Hayden and Barron Clay, and 5 points for Jaden Culver. Coach, anything about those numbers stick out to you?
Yeah, I like the second half a little more well-balanced. Obviously, I thought great players step up at the end of games. That's exactly what Mr. Sam Frazier did. And again, I'm touting him. He is a underrated player in the 7th region. I look for him to have a huge year this year.
Yeah, no doubt about it, as all those guys with some great performances here in this game. As we'll go ahead and step aside for another break here, we've got to bring you your most outstanding players. Still hoping to snag Coach Greg Willis as well for a post-game interview. Hopefully we're able to track him down and bring that interview to you. So all that coming up for you on the other side. Stick with us. More Louisville basketball game night right here on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Line Direct, not just blinds. Line Direct, not just blinds.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Hey, Paul Jackson with Louisville Game Night here with head coach Greg Willis for Ballard. Coach, congratulations on a great win. Boy, this game had some ebbs and flows to it. You know, I felt like you all came out hot in the first quarter, and North just kept coming back on you, and it ended up being a really exciting game down the stretch. Just speak to me how you all were able to take control of that game late.
Yeah. Well, it's complimented North Oldham. Coach Levitch does a great job with them, and they're super organized, and he's got kids that are coachable, and they're going to do what he tells them to do. And when you've got the ability to shoot the ball like they do, it keeps you in. And so we did a good job. We got up, I think, 8 or 10 nothing to start the game, and then they hit a couple shots. We get up 10 or 12 again. They hit a couple shots. I'm proud of our guys for finding the discipline and the toughness to be able to stick with it. They even went up 2 there late in the game, called a timeout, and we came out and executed. Coach Levitch did a great job of going to his kind of, I don't really know if it's a 1-2-2, 3-2, what it is, and that gave us some fits there for a little bit. And then we made an adjustment to put Sam in the middle of the zone there, and getting him those touches there was big for us.
I thought that was a key adjustment. You know, last year we kind of, earlier in the year, we struggled a little bit in the fourth quarter at Ballard. Boy, what a great adjustment in the fourth quarter. Speak to me a little bit about, you know, Sam Frazier. I personally think he's an underrated player in the 7th region. He just does a lot of good things for you, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Sam is he's a favorite of mine. I love the kid. I love his family. I'm not one that's big on rankings, but you see top 10 players in the region, top 30 players in the state, and when where his name falls on some of that is just wrong.
Yeah.
He is a complete player. I praise him all the time. Started for us as a sophomore and shot over 40% from the three and over 50 from the field. Same thing last year as a junior, and he's going to do it again this year as a senior, and that's really efficient. He can play with the ball in his hands. He can play without the ball. He has 24 points, and then he goes and gets 8 rebounds tonight. And we get him touches in the middle, and he's making plays in the middle. And his ability to shoot the ball speaks for itself. But then he's going and being a playmaker and a creator. Dives on the floor for a huge loose ball there in the second half, and just super proud of his effort. Can't wait to find the school that lucks into him, because there's some colleges out there that aren't on him right now, and when they do, they're going to be glad they did, because the guy can play.
Sam Frazier, I would buy his stock right now, that's for sure. But Coach, congratulations, 2-0, a fantastic start to the year. Man, the buzz here was great. We're just glad to have you. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Paul.
Coach Greg Willis, Louisville Game Night.
I appreciate it, guys.
All righty. Sorry.
And Justin Kalin back here with you now, as we have got to bring your most outstanding players to you. As forgot my paper up top, so let me grab that real quick. Tonight's most outstanding players are brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Paul, we got a couple pretty easy decisions tonight. Let's first start for North Oldham. It's the freshman Austin Sears, 22 points here in this game tonight, 18 of those coming in the second half. He really helped get North Oldham back into it.
Yeah, what was so impressive about Austin was late in the game, Coach Levitt said, here, go get us some buckets, and the young freshman took upon himself in the clutch moments to bring North back in that fourth quarter. So kudos to them, and kudos to Coach Levitt. They played a great game. Congratulations, Austin Sears.
And for Ballard, we're going to go with Sam Frazier. You just heard Coach Willis mention 24 points, 8 rebounds. We were giving him player of the game before we were even aware of the 8 rebounds, but what an impressive display tonight by Sam Frazier.
Yep, Sam Frazier doing Sam Frazier-type things over the last 3 years. So it doesn't surprise me. Super proud of the kid, just like Coach Willis said, and bigger and better things for him. Congrats, Sam.
Yeah, no doubt. So those are your most outstanding players, brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our upcoming schedule, presented by Operation Parent. They're equipping and empowering parents with the tools needed to face the issues challenging today's youth. To learn more about their services, visit operationparent.org. As there's a look at some of the upcoming games, busy schedule coming up, I should say. Dunbar Bryan Station tomorrow. You've got Manual and PRP on Tuesday. North Ballard at South Oldham next Thursday. And then you've got a couple Southern Indiana games thrown in there as well. Coach, anything stick out about that schedule for you?
What, Glycod has got it rocking and rolling. A lot of I'm anxious to see South Oldham. I've heard great things, and they've got some great guards, great players, and they're going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, before we get out here, certainly want to throw out some thank yous. A big thank you to Jared Baker, the athletic director here at Ballard, getting us set up in a great spot, being able to bring you all this broadcast. Our executive producer, Steve Bird, for Glycod, getting us all the information we need to bring you a quality broadcast. Our on-site producer is Tim Bryan, and our camera woman tonight was Vicki Bryan. Thanks to Vicki for her help as well. Paul, great working with you here tonight. And before we get out of here, any final words you want to say?
Just a great time tonight. Enjoyed calling the game, and we got a December treat. Great win by Ballard, but kudos to North Oldham as well. Pleasure working with you guys.
Yeah, no doubt. As Ballard gets it done, 76-72 the final score, and that'll wrap up our coverage here on Glycod of your Louisville basketball game night. Alongside Paul Jackson, this is Justin Kalin saying so long and have a great evening right here from Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night. UA Local 502, they do it right the first time. Tonight's game was brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. The Army National Guard, where the next greatest generation is now. German American Bank, building our community together. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Holy Smokes Barbecue.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.